Yo, 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 Underworld Class, Underworld Society. We're here with another interview. Today we're here with...
Rachael, my Ray.
Alright, where you from, Rachel?
Medford kid.
Grew up there?
Yeah, born and raised, bitch.
Talk to us about your upbringing.
Yeah, I don't know. I was pretty normal up until like 4th grade, I would say. Born and raised Catholic. I went to Catholic school. Can you believe me in a uniform? Are you kidding me? Come on now. But they always think Catholic's prim and proper. It's the exact opposite. That's worse than public school. Catholic's where the shit happens. And there was a lot of shit that happened.
At what age did you become sexually active?
Freshman in high school. I don't know what age that is though.
Okay.
It was March. I know that much. It was March of freshman year. Sounds like a novel.
When did you realize that you was addicted to sex?
The minute I did it. You have to be addicted to something. If you're not... How do I put this lightly? If you're not getting satisfied, of course you're going to be addicted because you're going to want it more and more in order to get satisfied at least once out of a million. You know what I mean? Like, just my opinion.
You mentioned earlier, when we was conversating earlier, that every boyfriend you had, you fucked all of his friends. Talk to us about that.
I did do that. Every single boyfriend I've had has cheated on me, and half of them have been abusive. So, yeah, between both of that, you know, what happens, happens.
Talk to us about it.
I dated him for 10 years, on and off. Mostly on, I would say. I lost my virginity to him. Well, one big flaw in our relationship was that I'm fun. He's boring. I talk. He's silent. You know, polar opposites. So, it was just kind of boring. And I told him, I actually said the shitty thing you should not say to someone, you know. I said, I have to be drunk around you, like, to put up with you, like, you're just so boring. Like, but, yeah,
So is that what drove you to cheat on him?
Well, it was just because, like, he paid more attention to Xbox than my box. And, like, come on now.
Yeah. So you decided to fuck his friends?
Well, put it this way. I actually realized this about myself the other day, so this is news to me, too. I've never came on to a guy. They've all came on to me. Maybe that's part of my problem. Maybe I have to try something new and try to come on to someone. But, yeah, so all his friends, they came to me. I didn't go seeking for them. Like, his own cousin came to me, for Christ's sake. A couple of them. Well, oh my god, you want to hear a weird story? Because I just learned this the other day, too. So, I don't know, this dude that I fucked, I don't know what you call regularly. Like, we fuck a couple times a year, you know?
Your fuck buddy.
And yeah, I've been doing it for like a couple years, yeah. But, I was hanging out with this one dude, and they were on Xbox. You know how they have that online shit now, and you can talk to people on it? Yo, I found out some info, because I heard one of the boys on there say to the guy I was with, you know, like, they mentioned the name. And then I looked at them and I said, since when do you hang out with them? And they were like, yeah, you hearing that? I'm like, you mean? Yo, my heart sank. I was like, bro, are you telling me that I've been, you know, with someone that you know? Like, yeah. I was like, shit.
What was the most guys you banged in one day?
2. Yeah.
2. both came inside you?
Everyone does. Yeah.
So it was like a mixture of their sperm inside you?
Oh, fuck no. So, this is what I do. I have priorities and shit, you know?
Okay.
So, this is what happened. I went with this one dude. We did whatever in his car. Cool. He dropped me off home. Got in the shower. You know, you gotta rub-a-dub-dub. And then that dude showed up, and I was like, okay. And then that happened, and then I came home, and I rub-a-dub-dubbed again, and I went to bed.
So you got plowed twice, and then Rose went off and went to bed?
Yeah, and they both sucked. It was a waste of bodies.
What was the wildest thing you did sexually?
The red room. Every girl needs to have a red room in their life. I'm just saying, when I own my own house, I'm creating a red room. And they'll all understand what I'm saying. Yeah.
Well, tell us about it for the people that don't know what it is.
Well, it's quite literal, a red room. But it's got all your wildest dreams and fantasies. It got whips, chains, suspension. See, I'm getting too excited talking about it. Like, we're done. Like, something weird's happened to me the past week, guys. I don't know what the fuck it is. But I get way more horny all the time. And I get so much more wet all the time. That was not ever an issue for me. Now it is. Yeah. So, I'm gonna explore. How? I haven't figured that out yet. But I'm gonna do something crazy. I know that.
Alright, so talk to us about, you mentioned earlier that you fucked a couple of your friends' fathers, their dads?
That is an accurate
and their
statement.
boyfriends?
Yes.
Talk to us about that.
I would say that I think it's two. I think it's only two. One of them just got out of the system. Was in there for a long ass time. And he was ugly. Am I allowed to say that? He was ugly. But I don't know, he picked me up in his car. I had my bottle, was drinking, and then he bought the yayo. And then, like, so we were chilling for, like, I don't know, a little bit in the car. We were bored, and he got more yayo. And I was like, shit.
Hold on, wait. So this is your friend's dad?
Yeah.
And how old were you, and how old was he?
I forget how old I was. That's a great question. I mean, I had to have been at least 20. It had to have been at least 20. I don't know. How old was he? I think he was like 45-ish. I think. I'm not positive.
And this is your friend that you grew up with?
No, I mean, this girl, she's not a friend. I wouldn't call her a friend. I never knew her that well enough to call her a friend. She was an acquaintance, but it bothered her enough to find out that I fucked her dad, so, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I don't know. Then, so when he got it the second time, whatever, but we got a hotel room for the night, and one that you could smoke in, and all that. And this dude, like I said, he just got out. He was ugly. See, I'm very honest. He was ugly. He just got out. What was I doing? Doing an ugly guy in a motel. I was drunk, dude. And on coke. like, I don't know what else to tell you. But, he was stabbed like a million times. So when we were... He had his shirt off and all I saw was stab.
It's not really funny, but okay.
And it's just because, like, why would you keep going? And then, since he was old, not old, but I'll call him older. That's not polite to say old, but older. He like gave out real quick, bro. And so then he was like, he didn't even sleep. He paid for the hotel room, and I ended up staying by myself there because he left. Yeah.
So tell us about the other dad experience.
Oh, that one's kind of funnier, honestly. So I had this really close friend of mine, and her dad, like, always fucked a lot younger bitches. Like, a lot younger. And, so the girl that I was friends with, she had a best friend. They almost look similar, to be honest. Like, some people get them confused in photos. And her dad ended up dating, not fucking, he was dating and fucking and living with her best friend. Like, yes. And that relationship broke up or whatever. And then when I fucked with her, I went to her place. We were drinking at her place. We were getting drunk and stuff. And then her dad comes out, like, offering, like, I don't know, good jobs. 'Cause I guess he has good money and stuff. And, I don't know, like, he was drinking with us. He was smoking weed with us. By us, I kind of mean me on that one, because they didn't really smoke weed, but I did. So I would go on the deck by myself, but he would come out with me and stuff. But, yeah, my girlfriend, the next day, she found me in her dad's bed. Yep.
And you fucked their boyfriends too?
No, okay, so one of my best friends, I fucked her ex-boyfriend, and it was one of the shittiest fucks of my life, oh my god. But she knows about it. I mean, it was as weird as, it was me and her hanging out, and then he lived around the corner from us. We went to go chill with him, and we were drinking, we were smoking, blah, blah, blah. And, he actually had notes in a box in his closet from her. It was so cute. He kept them all. But there was, like, a long-ass note that we read, like, saying how, like, she was telling him, like, basically how shitty he was in bed. And we were reading it out loud and, like, laughing and, like, blah, blah, blah. And then she went to sleep in the bedroom across the hall. She knew I was still in the bed with him. And I stayed there. And I was like, why did I just do that after I saw in that letter how shitty the sex is? Like, why did I do that? Like, tell me. Because it was. But I still did it, even though the note said it's shitty as hell. I was literally warned how shitty it would be. But I'm just a hornball. I don't know what to say. I don't have an excuse.
Talk to me about this throat goat thing you mentioned.
Oh, the throat goat. I don't know. I just kind of got the reputation. I didn't bring it on myself, of course. I don't know. I've been around the block a couple times, you could say. And, honestly, it goes by word of mouth, quite literally. Yeah. Like, I guess literally, like, and people think it's like a gym membership where you, like, get 5 references, get another free, like, because people will be like, yo, my boy, and then it'll be like, oh yeah, my boy said, and then, yo, my boy said, I'm like, so you want me to fuck all the boys' dicks? Like, come on now. This ain't no Planet Fitness. Like, you can't fucking just, like, come in this mouth at 24/7 whenever you want. I mean, come on. That's fucking ridiculous. I just said that. That was funny. Yo, I make myself laugh. But yeah, like, no. Throat goat is definitely a thing. Like I said, didn't come up with it on my own. It kind of just happened because, like, I do have a rather high count, and so that's a lot of why can't I let the words come out of my mouth? I have sucked, yep, a lot of dicks in my life, and they actually will let me use them as references. I'll show you right here. because like, yo, I got screenshots and all, because like I asked them first if I can use them as a reference, and then I screenshot it. You know, best head I ever had, fucking, oh my god, never came that much, oh my god, you swallow, like, just mad different shit. And you know what, like, they all named me the throat goat. I didn't name myself the throat goat, the guys did. And am I mad at them for it? No. I'm actually proud of it. It's one of my talents. You know, like, people can talk a lot of shit. They can say, like, I'm fat, I'm ugly, you know, like, I'm stupid, whatever. You can't talk shit about the throat, though. Facts.
So,
That was a little too wild, wasn't it?
no, that was straight. So talk to me about the hoodie. Like, did someone buy that for you, or did you?
Yeah, so I have a throat goat hoodie. Y'all have seen it. Check my Insta if you haven't, but I know you already have. And I have a gold chain that says it too. Now, honey, I would never spend money on a regular gold chain. You think I'm gonna spend money on one that says fucking throat goat? I didn't buy that shit. This shit is given to me because I deserve it. Because I have a title. And I have to... You could call me like a full-time actress. Like, you gotta be the persona. You gotta be... I'm known as the turnip queen. That's literally my name. Turnip queen. Throat goat.
So you mentioned earlier that you don't like using condoms.
Oh, okay.
Talk to us about that.
Yeah. My local urgent care center knows me by first name because I'm a hypochondriac. So, like, after every single fuck, I go to get checked for, like, STDs and stuff since I don't like condoms. Thank God we haven't had any situations yet. But, I'm also honest with doctors. I'm like, yo, I'm really not good at taking a pill every day, aka my birth control. They were like, well, how often do you take it? I was like, I don't know, once in a blue moon when I see it, just in the back of my mind. I don't know, like, listen, I've gone years before without birth control, and everybody comes to me, right? I don't get pregnant. I don't think I can get pregnant. I don't know that for like 100% fact by like a doctor, but I'm almost positive that I can't get pregnant. So we're good on that canon.
I mean, I understand that you get checked out every time you fuck someone, but you don't get scared. You're not scared of like catching nothing or being unlucky and catching some, crazy shit.
This is gonna sound really bad, but yeah, of course I'm scared of that. But at the same time, it's like the most common are chlamydia and like, what's the other one? Like gonorrhea or something. I don't know what the other one is. I don't know that much. See, clearly I should be educated more. But you only gotta take a pill and then it goes away. Like,
yeah, what if it's like something more serious, like AIDS?
but that doesn't happen.
What do you mean it doesn't happen?
It just doesn't happen anymore. Like, it really don't. Tell me. Don't list. But like,
AIDS,
tell me how many
AIDS is
people
still
with
on the
AIDS you
rise.
know right now.
Huh?
Tell me how many people you know with AIDS right now. Whether it's celebrities or fucking...
I know one of my friends recently got diagnosed with HIV.
Like, I'm not gonna get AIDS unless... Well, I could get AIDS if I was fucking a guy.
Yeah, but there's a lot of guys
If I was fucking a guy that was fucking a guy.
There's a lot of guys out there that are on the down low.
Or even drugs. Drugs can... If a guy's doing drugs or a girl's doing drugs and you fuck with them, you can get something.
Talk to us about your cocaine use.
I really wasn't expecting that one.
Remember, we can always edit, take shit out if you don't.
No, it's fine. I'm okay with talking about it. Everybody
When
knows.
was the first time you sniffed coke?
I haven't done it often at all. I was not addicted, but I did it for a month because I was trying to lose weight. Because, well, you all know why. Shamu here. But yeah, so I was trying to lose weight and it made me lose weight. So I did it for like a month. But for me, the dictionary definition of cocaine is a very addictive substance. The end. That's the dictionary definition. I was never addicted to it though. I did it for a month to lose weight, and then I was like, I'm not doing it anymore. Because the thing is if you compare my cocaine hangovers to my alcohol hangovers, the cocaine ones were way worse. They lasted more days. They were like more rigorous. They were more like, I don't know, emotionally like fucked. Like, I just hated it. I was never addicted to it. Like, that wasn't me. I know that's not the case for most people. Most people are addicted to it, but like, that wasn't me. That wasn't my story. I just did it because I'm fat.
Did it work?
Yeah, I lost like 50 pounds in a month.
Name all the drugs that you tried.
Okay, well, could smoke weed every day. And then, well, I just said coke. Everybody also knows I was forced at gunpoint for crack.
Whoa. Rewind. You was forced at gunpoint to smoke crack.
Yeah, one of my exes. Everybody knows. You all know. I had an ex that, you know, I was at Hampton Beach for a party, and I met him at a party, so it's not like I knew him. I just knew the party version of him. He was a great guy, like, and he was with me all night. We slept together there. By slept together, I mean, like, literally slept together, not, like, actually, like, fucked. We didn't do anything physical. We just, you know, cuddled. But, yeah, so he was one guy, and that's who I thought he was. And then, I went to his house for the first time, and he lived in Peabody. And I showed up, and it was his grandmother's apartment. She lived there, but so did his aunt and him, and like one of his cousins, I think it was. But anywho, I got there, and it was a crack house. I didn't know it was a crack house before I got there. I thought he was a normal boy from who I met in Hampton. He seemed like a very nice kid. Like, he was saying everything right. But, when I got to his place in Peabody, it was a crack house, so, like, I don't know, it came to a point where, like, I had my car and my license then. It was there. So, I drove there and stuff. And I would sleep there and all that. One night when I was asleep, he took my car, and he was unlicensed and all that. He wrecked it. And I didn't know he took my car because I was asleep. He wrecked it. He cleared out my bank account and my dad's bank account and bought a bunch of crack. And him and his aunt were doing it in the bathroom of the place. And I was, like, looking at them and, like, where'd you get the money for that or whatever? And then they were like, oh yeah, your car is here and this and that. And I'm like, and they wouldn't even give me money to get it out of the tow yard even after they fucking. And I was also accomplice for them for something because I thought, so his crackhead aunt, she told me that she was going to pick up something of hers from someone's house, so I drove her there. And then she came in my car. She came back with, like, I don't know, like a laptop and some other shit. And I was like, all right, let's go. She was like, go. I was like, what do you mean? She was like, let's go. I was like, isn't that your shit? You said you were coming to pick up your shit. She was taking it to get more crack. And he had one of those bedrooms where the ceiling was, like, tiles where, like, they move. You know what I'm talking about? And, I just remember one night before I went to sleep, I was laying there, and he was next to me, and he moved a tile, and out came a bunch of fucking, like, guns, but they were, like, guns. They were, like the machine guns, like, huge and shit. And I was like, and he was like, if you ever tell anyone about what you see or what you hear, blah, 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 I'll kill you and your whole family, and you know I know where you live, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh shit. And then, like, he was the crackhead too, so, like, he was the one, like, that I literally had a fucking machine gun to my head, like, do it. And I took a puff, and I felt like shit. I felt like complete shit. And I was paranoid as fuck, because I was like, I've never done it before, so I was like, what did I just do? What did I just do? Like, and they weren't helping me, because they thought it was funny, because they did it to me. And I sat there like, what do I do? What do I do? They were like, you're overreacting, you took like a hit. I was like, I don't do drugs, like, you don't understand, like, not to mention I just had a fucking gun to my head, bro, like.
How did it feel when you smoked the crack?
It just felt like a big ball of fucking anxiety, bro, like, I can't, like, my heart was racing, and I don't know, I felt like I couldn't breathe, and I wasn't, like, going psycho, because, like I did only take a little, but, like, I was sitting there, and I was like, fuck, and I was trying to contact, like, every single person on my phone to come pick me up or whatever, even though my car was there, I would just leave it there or whatever, and, like, nobody was answering, of course, because when you really need help, nobody's there. And I was like, bro, this is what my girls, I told them what just happened, and my girls did not ship the relationship. So, like, when I told them what was going on, they were, like, upset or mad or whatever about it, but they didn't want to help me at the same time, if you know what I mean. Like, we're not gonna rescue you. It was kind of like, I told you so. But yeah, that's why you don't meet a guy at Hampton Beach and hope he's a normal person. Jesus. Learned my lesson. He did. He appeared like a normal guy, and then I go to his house in Peabody, and it's a crack house. And even after the car situation and all that, I went to Peabody Police Station, and I reported this guy, like, took my car and fucked it up, and he also swiped up me and my dad's bank accounts, blah, 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 blah. And then they were like, okay, who's the guy? I said, blah, blah. And they said, what are you doing fucking with a blah? Because I guess their last name's, like, known, because they're all fucking prisoners and shit. He was like, what does a girl like you doing fucking with a... I was like, I don't know, no good, I guess. Like, I thought he was a normal kid. I met him at the Hampton Beach, and he was normal. I just slept with him. Like, literally slept, like I said. I didn't fuck him or anything. Although he was kind of weird in the sense that, the nights I did sleep over there, he had a friend that lived around the corner that was there a lot too.
Yeah.
And he wanted me to, like, fuck him in front of his friend. Which I did. But, like, I don't know, I felt wicked weird. Yeah. And his friend is, like, a jailbird. And he was, like, I don't know, it was a weird situation. He, got one of those, what do you call it, split sentence type of thing, where it's like you have a charge but they let you out, and like if you do this type of shit you go back for the other half of the sentence, you know what I'm talking about?
Suspended sentence?
I guess maybe, yeah, like he served some, stopped, and then he had to serve more. Well, that time he was stopped, we were at his house. Once again, it's one of those roofs. He had mad guns. They were loaded though. And he was trying to show us one. Stupid idiot fucking shoots his TV. And then the cops come. And then I'm the getaway driver once again. And then I have people shooting at me. I'm like, bro, I'm not like, I'm for the streets. Like, yo, I'm a ride or die. But I'm not for the streets, if you know what I mean. Like, that's a lot. Like, I'm getting shot at, bro. Like, I'm a ride or die, but that's kind of a force. Like, and especially because, like, the shootings were happening in broad daylight. Are you fucking dumb, stupid, or retarded? Because, like, why are you shooting in fucking broad daylight? In the middle of the, what do they call it? The area of a town. Come on. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. The downtown, you know what I'm talking about? In the middle of the downtown at broad daylight. Not even nighttime. And I'm driving and fucking getting shot at. Like, what? And you want to know how crazy that was? My ex, he, like, me and him were on break and he knew I was dating that kid. He showed up to his house because he was fucking him up. He was like, yo, I heard you did this, that, and the third to my girl. He was like, let's go. And they were like going at it. They weren't even physically fighting. They were just bitching each other out. Like, yeah. And then I was like, all right, are we gonna get physical or are we not? And my man, well, my boyfriend, whatever the fuck you want to call him, he was my ex because I was dating that kid. But yeah, he fucking came through with like other dudes. Like, he was prepared for a brawl. And I was like, this is a bit ridiculous. I was like, I just want my car back and I just want like my belongings that are in there. Like, that's all I want.
Have you ever tried dog food?
Dog food?
I mean, dope heroin?
No. Is that the way they call it, dog food? Ew, why?
I mean, that's like a hood term. Like
From the hood, we drive slow. We doing things that the girls don't do. The boys stare, smile back.
Have you ever thought about like seeking some type of help for your sexual addiction, or like?
No, my sexual addiction, no. No, I don't see it as a problem. I see it as a unique quality of me.
Has your sexual addiction caused any harm in your life, or somehow set you back in life? Like,
that's a good question. Well, I guess you could say it caused harm in the sense that I was thinking with my pussy instead of my mind when there's few very times I did cheat. Like, yeah, he cheated on me first, so I was doing it as like revenge, but it's like, honestly, it's like you can't fight fire or fire. It's just a bigger fire. So it was kind of an immature, just stupid move to do it back. Like, the mature thing would have just been to leave or say the truth, or like, because it didn't make me feel any better doing it like I thought it would. I just felt like shit and guilty.
Have you ever dealt with depression?
I am highly depressive. I know, I'm saying this with a smile. It's so weird. I'm highly depressive and highly anxiety diagnosed. Both. Yeah. I'm on antidepressants and anti-anxiety meds. Yeah.
Talk to us about, dealing with depression.
It's weird. A lot of, like, majority of the days you feel like shit. And then you'll randomly have a good day. And you'll be like, wow, today wasn't bad. Like, and you're amazed by it. Which is so weird, because you shouldn't be amazed by having a regular, normal day. But that's how it feels, because you're just depressed for so many days where you're sorrowing in your own pity. You might be abusing substances. They say ask for help. You might reach out to everyone under the sun and get no answers. And that might make you want to do shit even more, I have no experience with self-harm, but like a lot of people would. But thankfully, at least that's one thing I can say about myself I don't have an issue with. But yeah, no, it's just it makes you feel like you're at the bottom of the earth and you just keep going down. Even when you think there's no more down to go, you go down. But yeah, you kind of just stay there. I think it's also situational. Like, I'll talk about me personally. Like, I think anybody in my situation would be depressed. I lost my job. Been trying to get a new one and I can't. I got my license suspended for 5 years because of weed. so I can't go anywhere. So I lost my sense of independence. I lost my job, and I can't get another one. I don't know, just shit like that. So you kind of feel like a loser when you say, like, when someone's like, what do you do? Or what do you like to do for fun? Or, like, what do you do in your spare time or whatever? And in your head, you're kind of just like, all the time is spare time for me. I have nothing to do. I can't do anything. Like, I don't have anyone. Like, I'm just sitting here in bed by myself all day, every day, home alone. Like, tell me somebody wouldn't be depressed in that situation. Come on. Be real.
So do the pills work?
No. But that's my own fault too. Because in order for them to be fully effective, you can't be drinking. You can drink on them. It's just like they're not fully effective if you do. So it's like, again, I'm kind of just doing myself dirty. But even when I wasn't drinking and I was taking them for a month when I was locked inside, they weren't doing anything for me. But I call myself a happy depressed person because, like, I am depressed as fuck, but I don't show it. You know? I try to appear normal.
Pretty normal to me.
I know all my ladies out there will hear me out on this. Double standards. We can't stand them. I'm not a feminist by any means. Like, you could actually say I'm for the boys more than I am for the girls. But, like, come on now. Like, what is this shit? If a guy, let's say, what am I going to say a guy does? Let's say he fucked 4 bitches in a day. Yo, dog, what up, bro? If a girl fucks 4 guys in a day, it's, you slut. Why'd you do that? Like, what the fuck is that? Come on. You should be able to do whatever you want, where you want, when you want. And yes, I mean that to you, the po-po, because when we're fucking in cars and shit, leave us alone. What are we doing to you? Like, please. We could be doing a lot rather. Would you rather me fuck in a car or shoot a line of heroin? Like, come on. Like, choices are choices. Like, and a very good friend of mine that I just made, his name is, Jigby. His question was, what is your favorite sex position? And I am asking this to you podcasters today. My answer would have to be, and girls, I think you'll feel me on this one. Coming a little closer. So, when I got, not missionary, no. Not regular missionary. I'm talking about your fucking legs are on his shoulders and he's drilling you deep and as far as he can go. And maybe you even fucking play with your clit a little. But, like, bro, like, dude, just drill the shit out of me. Isn't that the answer to everything? Like, next question. Solid answer, right? Did you get the answer you wanted? Yeah, if you fuck, you should do that. Like, let the girl put her legs on your shoulders, and then, like, she's gonna, like, you know, and you're gonna, like, just, since she's up there, like, that's gonna be the deepest you can go, basically, and then just go as hard as you can, and, like, let her do her thing, too, at the same time. You'll have it made, bro. You'll have it made. I'm telling you.
Yo.
I've already came like 5,000 times today and yesterday. Like.
Yo, why trying to school my young boy, man? He knows what he's doing. He's a bull. He's a young bull.
Oh, so the goat meets the bull.
I like that. Alright, talk to us about.
Here's a hot topic. I'm paying for operations, guys. Yes, I know I'll get a lot of judgment for that, but it's not very expensive to get all the work done that I want. So, let me give you a little outski of what's happening here. So, first of all, I'm getting the Kylie Jenner lip injections because I feel like my lips are non-existent. Like, who's there? Knock, knock. Like, and then this, I'm gonna try to put to this, if you know what I'm saying. Because, like, I'm fat and I have no ass, so let's fix both at the same time. What was the other thing I was doing?
You're not scared to go under the knife?
Well, I've had operation plenty of times, although the most dangerous surgery you can have in the world is a BBL. But, like, the way I'm doing it is technically not a BBL. It's a, what's the fucking word?
Butt lift? Butt injection?
It's, yes. Yeah,
Lipo?
because I want it all the fat here. I want it here. So I don't want to be fat. And I don't want to lose my boobs. But I want the fat from that I do got to go to my butt.
You ever tried, like, working out?
1,000 times.
No.
But with all the medications I'm on and stuff, which is why I also don't eat. Yeah, guys, don't take fucking advice from me. I don't know why I'm giving advice. Don't eat. Don't eat. The end. That's my message. I don't eat, and I still gain weight. So just don't even eat.
Talk to us about jail.
Oh my god. That sounded so gay, didn't it? I was like, oh my god, who's that? It's like, but seriously, I was wearing this fucking cranberry colored jumpsuit. Do you not know how bad I look in cranberry? And do you know how hard it is to find one that fits over your fucking chest? I had to bug every fucking person that worked in that building to find me one that would cover my tits. Because everything else was like, it was like here. I was like, push, push. It was like labor. You probably thought I was in labor if you heard me.
Nah, but talk to us about, like, what happened. Like, why did you get locked up?
Oh. Oh, that's not too interesting. I mean, I got locked up because of my mom, who hasn't been a part of my life for like 15 years. She tried to become part of my life because she said she was sober. She stayed sober for like, I think a week. But then she just started getting people locked up. And so she's the reason I got locked up. She said it was assault and battery. But I didn't fucking assault and batter her. I was on the fucking... I actually had a witness and that didn't even matter. My friend was there when this all happened. She was on this side of the room. I was on that side of the room. And we were arguing, yes. But we did not, like, touch at all. And she said I assault and battered her. Yeah.
So did you get convicted?
I'm still meeting with law because I don't know, the way it was very confusing the way it was prescribed to me, but like I did what I did, like for the amount of time I did, and as to my knowledge, if I did that, it's like on my record, but it's not like I don't know, if I was convicted for something, it wouldn't show up necessarily. I don't know how to...
time?
Yeah.
So you got convicted?
Even though there was zero evidence, because they took me as their last case of the day. So, I literally got seen at like 4:45.
How much time did they give you? How much time did they give you?
I did 45 days. I know it seems like nothing, but it's a lot. Honestly, if you're not used to it, it's a lot.
Hold on, wait, I'm confused. So you did 45 days while you was waiting on trial, you talking about? You got convicted and did 45 days. And where did you go?
New Bedford.
talk to us about that. How was that experience like?
Yeah, I wore the ugly cranberry colored suits while I was there. Of course, it just so happens their kitchen's broken. So it was nothing but tuna sandwiches for lunch, dinner, and breakfast even. I don't know why they couldn't get something as simple as bagels and cream cheese, but they didn't. And then you got one phone call a day, and it was a 5-minute phone call. And at least 2.5, 3 of those minutes is spent just on the ringing until somebody answers. And you kind of don't want to call anybody when you're in there. Because what are you going to say? I'm miserable? Like, shit's not going good? Like, it's nothing nobody wants to hear. When I was in there, about like 5 people killed themselves. All different ways. And then I also had a roommate who planned, and I knew beforehand, before she did it. He called me accomplice, but I just was not trying to get in trouble. She planned an escape. Because once you're on the second side, you can wear your own clothes. You don't have to wear the suit anymore. So we were wearing our own clothes, and she had her own clothes on. She had somebody set up to take her bags and stuff, and she just pulled the firearm, ran, and jumped over the fence. Said, I wish I was that athletic. I would have done that. Like, although, from what we all hear, it took her like over 15 minutes to jump the fence, and she actually ended up getting injured to the point where she like has a broken leg. She was like limping away from the place. My ex that dated me for 10 years, I actually kind of loved when he said this. He didn't care if I got the shit railed out of me by another dude, but he wanted to watch.
He wanted to watch you get plowed?
Hear me out, girls and boys, and all you in betweens. Just do you, and don't care what people say, what people think, anything. Honestly, because, like, do you think I'd be saying and doing this podcast that way? No, I don't give a fuck what you think. Honey, Fugazi, I don't care. Like, I say what's on my mind, and I mean what I say, so you can hate it, you can love it, but at the end of the day, it's gonna be my word. We can talk about it if you want, but I'm sure it's not no big discussion. So, do you, live your life, and at the end of the day, just remember, you're the one who matters most. Fuck these other fakes. You don't gotta deal with them. Let them go. You are you. Do you.
Alright. Alright, man, thanks for stopping through. Get an interview with the Underworld Class, Underworld Society. Signing off. Peace.